What's good, YouTube? It is, what's today? Tuesday, March 5th. Bittersweet day for me. It is my father's birthday, who is passed away. Said it's bittersweet. He was a good man. Is a good man. Working on this shop brings back a lot of memories about my dad. Let me get this in the holder here. Sorry about that. Let me get my chair. We had a big windstorm, so I'm just getting everything set. So he built a shop when I was older and Preston. I was in 8th grade, and his was a stick built shop. My brother built it for him. My brother's a contractor, so it was a beautiful shop. It was close to the same size. I think his was 28 by 36. And mine's 28 by 40, so not a whole lot of difference. And what made his feel so big is it was like 20 foot sidewalls, I believe, because he parked his coach in there. That's what it was built for originally, was his coach. And just, oh, you want up here? Okay. Can you tell everybody hi? Okay. It's funny but anyway, I'll go back to the story and then I'll veer off. But he and I spent a lot of time, watching and helping build it to a certain extent. He spent a lot of time out in the shop with me, doing different things. Rebuilt a couple motors out there and worked on a lot of friends' cars, and I used to do a lot of stereo work, car audio. I loved car audio, and all my friends would come over there and we'd have this great big huge shop to use. But today makes me think a lot of him, and then being out here makes me think a lot of him too. So I know he's watching down on me and laughing at some of the mistakes I make, and helping me be the person that I am today. And the only thing I wish is that I was more like him in the respects. He was a very romantic person for my mom, always buying flowers. He took great care of us kids, and he loved just his family. His hobby was his family. Nothing more. He didn't play golf. He did nothing, but his hobby was his family. And he always had good stuff to say, and he died in 2008. So, but it's kind of funny how when you're feeling down, if you've got an animal, how they're attracted to that. Like her, me sitting here and her running and jumping in my lap. She doesn't usually do that. She'll jump in my lap, but only if I call her. Now, my other dog, Sam, that just died, and I was trying, she died on, January 28th. I had to put her to sleep. And I've been slowly working on a video to put up about her, but it's really difficult. She was a big part of my life, and in that. So, but enough of all that. Today, what I want to do is look at this trim around the garage doors. The base trim around the shop I've gotten done, except for the front because the fence panels. But I'm going to have to remove the fence panels today so I can get to the door trim, and since I'm going to have to do that, I'll put in that bottom trim. After that, I'll be caught up. I'll button up this corner over here with a piece of trim on it, and the only thing after that I'll have to do is cut off these edges up above. Now, I just had it. I had a comment, and I'm sorry I forgot your name, but I'll type it in. I'll put it in a message. He suggested that I cut this with shears of some sort because of the dust carrying the metal, and I understand that these cutting blades. So my question is I'm going to have to cut them with this because I don't have the proper type of shears to cut. I've got a pair of scissors like I bought, but they looked like, holy shit, those are going to be awesome to cut this stuff with, and they cut great, but they don't cut like I want. My dad, he used to do metal stud work, and he had all kinds of different tin snips. Well, 3 pair, I think, a right, a left, and a center cut. And I thought about getting some of those, but I want to be able to cut it flat against the ridge, It would have to be up a little bit, which wouldn't be bad because the trim would still cover that because it's like a box. But if I do cut with these, can't I spray the panels off with a hose? I'm not cutting today. That'll probably be a project for tomorrow or the next day. Besides, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. There's supposed to be another big windstorm coming. So, if you could let me know, that'd be great. This would be a lot easier for me cutting with these. Matter of fact, I just bought, watch out, Emma. I just bought a, we don't have a Harbor Freight, and most people on these 4.5 inch, yeah, 4.5 inch grinders, they just, what I've noticed, most of you guys buy, a Harbor Freight for $10. And I used to live by Harbor Freight, and I had a couple, and there's a long story to why I don't have those, and I lost a lot of stuff. But I bought this one at Lowe's. It's a Skil. It's what was it? It's 11,000 RPM, 7 amp, I think. It said 7 amp on the box, I think. I'll have to look at the box. I still have the box. But anyway, it's like $30. So you can also remove this back cover and access the motor, which I liked. So if the brushes get worn, you can fix them. It holds the tool for the handle or to take off the blade is in the handle. I like that. It's got a lock for the switch. Most of them do, you know. You can push it forward and lock it. The cover spins like that. Maybe most of them are like that now. I know when the old ones I had to undo a screw, and I just take this piece off and throw it away. When I said that, my wife had a heart attack because I don't have any feeling in my hands. So I wouldn't know if it cut me. But I was just going to use that to cut them pieces up there because it's easier for me because of my hands. I don't have a whole lot of strength left in them. And I definitely don't have much dexterity like putting nuts and bolts together. That can piss me off quick. But that's my question. If you guys could let me know, or the gentleman that told me that. And I don't mean to sound negative all the time. If I come across negative, I just I get disappointed with myself because I know what I used to be able to do, and I forget a lot now. That's part of this disease. So when I miss stuff, it really bothers me. But I'm going to work real hard on not sounding negative, and I had another guy that brought that up, and I appreciate that because I need to not be that way. I should not beat myself up over this little stuff, and I should embrace the fact and enjoy the fact that I'm able to be out here. So anyway, enough of that crap. Let's take a look real quick at what I'm thinking of doing. Oh, hopefully I didn't turn you off. Nope. Alright. These pieces right here, these ones, and those ones, and that one, they encase these. You can see the screws are actually back a little bit from the end here. I'm going to measure those, and I may be able to sneak that piece in. Cause see, it pulls out a little bit, and if I can, oh man, that'd be great just to be able to slide that in. And I forgot to pull the plastic off the inside of this one, but and the same here. And where the screws are further over, like up there, I'm gonna measure that, and then I'll just cut a notch in that, so if I can slide it in. And the top, I think, is the only one that may give me a problem because it's on tight, and I may have to loosen a lot of those screws, but loosening them is better than taking them off. Then I'll finish up screwing this panel together because I didn't. You can see I stopped, and do this corner. So, and do the bottom trim. So that's what I'm after today, guys. I will turn you on after I get some of these fence panels down, and we get started here with all the fun. All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, guys. I've been out here for a couple hours now, fucking around, cutting this trim to fit around the door, and pushing and pulling and trimming and cutting and this and then that, and then I'm done. I am not going to put this trim around the case of the door. My building colors are close enough that it's not that big a deal. You can see here the outside trim and the door. Worst case scenario, I will buy this color paint and paint these. I'm not fucking around no more with the trim. I'm done. It's cut me, it's made me mad, and I'm not going to do it. There's Preston. Don't let her out here. Emma, go, because she'll run. So that trim's not going up. So you guys, if you're building one of these buildings, make sure you look and see what you have for trim. I had a big, huge box, and I thought, they said don't let the sun get on it, because if the sun gets on it, it can make the plastic impossible to get off. So I didn't want to get all the trim out. These pieces were buried at the bottom of the box because of the way they're shaped. They set everything into them. I had no instructions that talked about it. So when trimming your shop, make sure, if you have this trim that goes around the door, that you put it up first. All the trim goes up first. I did the door trim and the other doors like I was supposed to. I did not do these in the bottom like I was supposed to, but I'm doing them now. But just what are you looking for?
Nothing.
Well, are you done with your homework?
Huh?
Are you done with your homework? Go get it done, please. Make sure that you get that trim and put it on that casing. So, but I've got other stuff to do. Like I said, I'm not going to sit and beat myself up over this no more. I'm tired of it. So the trim one, I lost. This trim isn't going to affect anything in my shop. The other thing I was worried about is if I ever had to get to the bolts or anything, I wouldn't be able to. The trim would cover them all up. So, like I said, I'll just paint it if I have to. I'm not that worried about it, and we'll talk to you again here in a little bit when I get this other. I'll show you what I'm doing to get this other trim in across the bottom here. Alright, talk to you in a minute. Well guys, I'm pretty much done. Let me get my tripod here. There we go, come here. I got all my base trim in, and I've got all the corner trim done. And like we had discussed, I'm not going to do the door casings. I'll paint those if I have to. I'm not that worried about it. Next, what's next is the roof. That's it. The roof and the trim. Up on the roof. After the roof goes up, you put the trim on. So that's it. So hopefully we can get that started, and then I can start figuring out. Get out of there now. Then I can start figuring out the electrical. I have a pretty good idea how I'm going to do it. I drew it out on the paper and where I'm going to put my lights. Blair and Preston, stop now. Where I'm going to hang all my lights. And then I will put some bench lighting in. But first I want to do the roof lighting. If I can't get help on the roof, hopefully this weekend, then I'm just going to have to do it myself. I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of my weight being up there. It's all big heavy steel for the most part, but I don't want to fucking ruin anything, you know. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can get the help I need and get this all buttoned up or close to this weekend. That's I think we could have the roof on in a day, but I don't know. It may take a little longer than that. I need to trim the panels up at the top, and then be good to go. Good to go. So I'm gonna pick my mess up out here and call it a night. I wanted to say thank you to everybody that replied on the electrical. That was pretty cool. Felt pretty good, so I know I have the help that I need. But I'm going to get this done, and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Take it easy. My dog's falling asleep. Must be late.